Welcome to another edition of Inside Swoop Scoop. I'm Austin White.
And I'm Martilda Judy. Here's some of the stories we've been following over the past week from around the world.
On Thursday, Ukrainian President Zelensky met with a U.S. delegation to discuss achieving a peace deal.
A U.S. peace proposal draft has been received by Ukraine since this meeting. The U.S. delegation was led by Army Secretary Dan Driscoll. President Zelensky has agreed to work together with the delegation to ensure that the peace deal keeps Ukrainian citizens in mind. He has also said he hopes to speak with Trump further about facilitating a peace deal and ending the war. This latest visit to Ukraine happened after reports that a peace deal was in talks between Russia and the U.S.
Another high-profile meeting is happening this week. President Donald Trump and New York Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani will have a meeting on Friday at the White House. Tom Foreman gives us the story.
I have many disagreements with the president.
The stage is set with Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani eager to talk about how President Donald Trump can help his city.
I want to just speak plainly to the president about what it means to actually stand up for New Yorkers and the way in which New Yorkers are struggling to afford this city and, frankly, cost of living.
And Trump perhaps not so eager to lend a hand.
It's going to be hard for me as the president to give a lot of money to New York. Because if you have a communist running New York, all you're doing is wasting the money you're sending there.
Mamdani is a democratic socialist, not a communist, but he has been a sharp thorn in Trump's side.
Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
In the campaign, Mamdani routinely skewered the president in the town where Trump grew up and built his fortune over inflation, accusations of corruption, election interference, and so much more.
If anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him.
For his part, Trump has questioned the citizenship of Mamdani, who is a naturalized American born in Uganda. Trump endorsed Andrew Cuomo, who ran as an independent for the mayor's job, and he declared if Mamdani won, this once great city has zero chance of success or even survival. Perhaps the toughest clash came as Mamdani pledged to fight Trump's amped-up efforts to arrest suspected undocumented immigrants.
What you're doing is kidnapping.
I will be a mayor who will finally turn the page on this chapter of our city. A mayor who not only defends but is proud of our sanctuary city laws. One that recognizes that they are laws that keep us safe.
Trump's answer?
Well, then we'll have to arrest him.
All that has the two men in such wildly opposite political corners. Some analysts suspect, even as the president and mayor-elect are touching gloves ahead of this meeting,
We want to see everything work out well for New York.
they are also bracing for a brawl.
I'll be ready for whatever happens.
Tom Foreman, CNN, Washington.
To the frustration of many over this past week, Cloudflare was disrupted on Tuesday, temporarily crashing many online services. This is not the first web service disruption we have seen this year. Cloudflare made a statement that the outage was due to a technical error, not a cyber attack or anything dangerous. Services like Spotify, DoorDash, Uber, and ChatGPT were just a few of the affected. This latest outage is one of the many this year and that has sparked a large negative reaction from the public. The other most recent significant one being the Amazon web crash last month. Although these crashes have happened recently, experts say that this is not uncommon. They say due to the public's increasing online reliance, crashes are noticed more often than ever before and should continue to be expected as usual.
Another kind of crash, the government shutdown delayed the September jobs reports by 7 weeks. The report released on Thursday giving a bleak outlook on the unemployment rate, which rose to 4.4%. This is the highest it has been since October 2021 during the pandemic. An unexpected detail was that the 119,000 jobs were added to the economy following a decrease in August. Although jobs were added, the job market is under immense stress, and economy experts are concerned. 76% of the nation seemingly frustrated with the economy and the current administration. According to a Fox News poll, affordability is the main issue for the average American family, and spending habits are changing as a result.
Something else changing due to external factors is the San Francisco Zoo's chimpanzee exhibit. The zoo plans to temporarily close the program for the first time in 96 years and make room for new primate programs. Over the past few years, 3 of the senior chimps have died, and the zoo has decided they will send their remaining chimps to facilities. Robbie Graham, one of the zoo's senior curators, gives us some more information as to why these changes is happening.
Right now, what has been happening in about the last decade is species around the world have been taking a tailspin for extinction. And so we are having to look at the numbers in different species when spaces open up, or certain things like when our senior chimps have passed on what we want to do with these programs.
The zoo hopes to bring the chimps back in about 5 to 10 years with a better exhibit and larger family troop. During the chimpanzee hikes, the zoo hopes to focus on other endangered species, programs like orangutans and gibbons.
As the holiday seasons approach, one community is trying to help bring back a special childhood tradition, writing letters to Santa. The Marathon County Literacy in Wisconsin has been helping kids send Santa letters for 5 years now. The council helps the children send letters and also writes back to the kids as elves. The council noticed a decrease in letters from local businesses and wanted to preserve the childhood tradition, so they started writing the personalized letters. Most of the children asked for toys, but for kids in need, this organization will reach out to the local community to provide assistance. This heartwarming tradition will hopefully continue for good.
A group of Texas preschoolers have a different yearly tradition over this time of year.
They buy groceries to donate their local community mission. Our Inside Swoop reporter, Emily Rolls, brings us to see what this shopping trip looks like.
The Primrose School has been doing this tradition for decades, regularly spending thousands on these big grocery trips to help out their community. The kids even do extra chores to earn money for the cause. The school believes that teaching the children to give back and be generous is just as important as their learning. They believe that giving kids an opportunity to be active in the donation process is the key to the lesson. Instead of just raising the money, former students, now adults, have even come back to reflect fondly on the experience. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Emily. In Arizona, another donation story leaves us feeling even sweeter. Former cancer survivors open an ice cream shop and are giving caretakers free scoops to show their appreciation. Jordan Bronte gives us the story.
Welcome in, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started with some scoops.
Medicine can come in many forms. For Navy veteran Evan Scarbeck, his journey to remission from testicular cancer included the dreaded combination of chemo and radiation treatment. Between the loss of hair and major loss of appetite, part of his medicine, if you will, was...
Ooh, salted caramel. It's not up for discussion. Salted caramel.
He says ice cream helped him maintain his weight so he can better battle cancer. If you don't believe me, you could just ask his oncologist, Dr. Alex Bowman.
So we'll often have folks, eat foods that are not traditionally healthy. Ice cream is one way to do that.
All right, here we go, sir.
Thanks to Banner MD Anderson caretakers, Evan says that he's in remission and hopes to be fully cured in the next couple years. So after his brush with a potentially fatal illness, he and his wife, Holly Myers, also a cancer survivor, opened up Stella's Ice Cream. And on Thursday, they just started giving out free scoops at Banner to any caretaker who'd take it.
I like putting smiles on faces. It's one thing I love about what Holly did. This is a perfect business where when people come in, they can be in a good mood, bad mood, neutral. They're going to walk out with a smile on their face.
And it did, but what really brought out a double scoop of joy for these two was unexpected.
Like Home Alone, screaming reaction.
Yeah. Evan was told it's unlikely he'd be able to start a family after his bout with testicular cancer. But these two just found out that they'll not only be making cones, but also a cradle.
Look at me. I couldn't be more thrilled. I didn't know this was going to be in the deck of cards, so I honestly couldn't be happier.
This next one is another holiday story perfect for the season. Finding the perfect Christmas tree might be a challenge, but a Kentucky farmer is trying to change that this year. Thomas Neiman, a lifelong Christmas tree farmer, has already sold 600 trees since September. He has been in the business since the age of 4 and plans to continue on for generations to come. He says that it makes his heart feel full seeing someone leave it with a tree they love, and especially when they come back year after year. The farm already had about 1,000 trees available for purchase, but over half are already gone. In the times of rising costs, he's also decided not to raise prices so that people can afford a tree they love.
And to end us off, another story of community and helping hands. The Loose Ends Project is helping a 98-year-old woman with her decades-old unfinished embroidery project. Ms. Bernie brought the project in the late 1970s after serving her time in the Navy, but she only got about a quarter of the way through it before she is set down. Now, health issues due to age prove it difficult for her to finish the project. The Loose Ends Project is a nonprofit organization that brings in skilled textile volunteers to help finish craft projects. Volunteer Cynthia started helping Bernie back in April and finally finished the project this week. The finished project brought joy and relief to Bernie, who saw it unfinished for so many years, but now it will hang in the family home for generations.
Well, thanks for joining us for another edition of Inside Swoop Scoop. And I'm Austin White.
And I'm Matilda Judy. We'll see you next time with more news from around the world.